Med for Our World is unique. We've provided over 160 free surgeries to the countries of Fiji and Nicaragua. That is a lot to be proud of, but I think what is more profound are the long-term impacts we have through education and the strong relationships we've built. And that's been possible through the tireless work of our volunteers and the fact that we have so many who return year after year.
I recognized a lady from 2 years ago that I took her blood pressure. It was the highest blood pressure I've ever taken. It was 260 over 160. We were unable to do surgery on her 2 years ago because her blood pressure is too high. So they gave her some medication. They said, come back. And I walked down the hallway and I said, I know you.
So much planning goes into a surgical mission trip like ours, from working with the local government agencies and clinics to acquire proper permits to organizing our team, organizing supplies, planning travel. There are a lot of moving parts.
We landed in Andy and we're getting all our baggage. We're going to go through customs and then head over to the domestic little flight to fly over to Taveuni. And we're just really excited. I can feel like we're all bonding already.
Once we hit the ground, our team is focused on the mission. There's not a dull moment.
So are you guys getting in the van that we just got out of?
You're going to get back in it too.
Literally, our team gets off the plane, gets changed, and gets right into the hospital. Usually, there are over 100 people waiting for our arrival, and our volunteers jump right in to assess the patients so we can start putting surgeries on the board.
We've booked several surgeries. We're booking our major cases Monday and Tuesday, our minor ones later in the day. Patients have been incredibly gracious and grateful, and they've been waiting for many hours, and it's a bit chaotic.
We always schedule the most difficult surgeries at the beginning of the week, so we have time to evaluate the patients and watch over their recovery closely. A big part of what we do, and possibly one of the most rewarding, is that we get to share methods and techniques with the local medical staff. Sometimes we get to teach them how to use newly donated equipment.
It's always such a joy to talk to the patients. They are so grateful for our help, and they often become friends who keep in touch and travel back just to give us a hug a year later when we return.
People are so joyful. I mean, they come out of surgery with joy in their heart and a smile on their face. So it's pretty easy to care for them. I know we're serving here in Fiji, but I'm being served by all of them. It's been very humbling and rewarding.
In addition to the medical work we do, we also provide renovations to facilities.
So on this hospital campus, there's doctors and nurses' quarters that, that could use a little TLC. So we were asked to primarily fix a pretty horrific bathroom situation. So, you know, stuff 4 guys in one small bathroom, and that's our life for a week.
We've been able to renovate hospital wards, bathrooms, seating, and even help install a clean water system to a local village. One of the challenges we experience is working with the limited surgical supplies we've shipped, usually 6 to 7 months in advance of the mission.
I was actually really impressed with the amount of supplies that we had. What we don't have is really good quality equipment. We had some good quality equipment, but just not everything. So the anesthesia machine, well, it isn't. It's a vaporizer and a circuit, and you have to hand ventilate everybody. But other than that, actually, it's pretty impressive. You know, they get by with a little. They make it go very far.
We have learned to improvise with what we have, which challenges us to be the very best surgeons we can be. Another challenge is knowing that there are no other surgeons to consult for challenging intraoperative complications. Knowing that there is no backup, we must always be mindful of our Hippocratic Oath, to above all do no harm. Because women's healthcare is so limited in availability, many of the medical problems we encounter have been untreated for many more years than similar patients in the United States. Patient after patient, we encounter new medical problems, tumors and masses that we may have rarely or never seen in our careers. So we've learned to go back in time to our basic training when we didn't necessarily have all the bells and whistles of modern medicine and apply all our knowledge and experience to each new problem we face.
So we look at all these efforts as a way to bring lasting care to the hearts, souls, and health of the local communities, and it's such a rewarding thing to be a part of. And we hope that you will be a part of it too.